be Strictly without this wonderful lady and her incredibly beady eye for detail. And I don't mean Janette Man. Please welcome our head judge, Miss Shirley
There's royalty,
looking as beautiful as ever.
Oh, doesn't she just?
You all look gorgeous and stunning.
We're getting married
It's time
today.
we're getting married. Yeah.
Shirley, we're going to go straight in. We are in the final of Strictly 2022. I know that to get a 10 from Shirley, there's certain criteria that the couples have to meet. Does that get even tougher in the final?
Well, I would say it's very similar to the semi-final now because everything is done. Everybody is where they need to be. They've had their journey. They're going to be as good as they can be in the final. So, you know, I'm going to sit back and relax because I've got full faith in the British public that they will choose the correct winner.
Ooh. Absolutely. She's got faith. She's got faith. Let's talk about our Fab Four, Shell, because they are just fab, aren't they? Let's talk about Helen first. Now, she came onto the show and, you know, if there was ever a word, I've used journey about 500 times talking about Helen, but the transformation that she's had from going from Helen off the telly to a dancer, she's done fantastic,
Truly
isn't she?
incredible.
Well, when Helen first started the journey and I very first saw her, I thought, ooh, she's very quiet, she was introverted, she didn't come out of her shell, but she took great criticism. Yeah. She followed Gorka all the way there and she did some fantastic routines and she's been slow and steady. That's the pace at which Helen has gone week after week.
Absolutely, she has, and she's done a good job of it as well. Let's talk about Fleur as well. You put her through to the final, which was, everyone was so thrilled for her. She has been an absolute fighter, being in that dance-off. Do you think that fighting spirit's really going to come out tomorrow night?
I think Fleur is mentally very strong. Anybody who goes in the bottom that often has got to show some sort of resistance. You know, she just resisted every criticism. She took on board to get everything perfected, but she just stayed stealth-like for me. Yeah. And a semi-final was just brilliant.
She had them blinkers on, didn't
It was
she?
a difficult semi-final to judge because
really
both couples were really stunning and, you know, it was a little difficult for me.
That was a tough semi-final.
It was a tough, probably the most difficult semi-final I've ever had to choose somebody from. But Fleur, for me, she just picked it.
Just did it.
Let's go on to Molly and Carlos now. Now, Molly is the finalist that you have given the most points to throughout the series. What makes Molly such a standout for you?
Well, Molly, again, you know, she's also been in the bottom two a lot, which shows you can still make the final, even if the public... I mean, one week they weren't voting, the next week they put her through, you know. So another young lady with a very strong mind, and Carlos being the ultimate competitor, I know that he was training. It's got to be as strong in the mind as it is in the dancing. Yeah. She just kept fighting. What I loved about Molly was the beautiful smile and how she took the criticism week in and week out. She took it constructively, she worked hard, and here she is in the final. I'm proud of all of them, but I think she had a little bit of a difficult journey there.
And she's quite the student. She was fantastic to watch throughout the series of Carlos. Let's go on to Hamza now. Now, Hamza has a musicality like I've never seen even on a contestant in a show. He's incredible, but how rare is it to find someone that is that musically gifted on the show?
You know, Janette, that I teach many, many hours throughout the week in my own industry. I am always struggling to get musicality into professionals' bodies.
It's tough to
And
teach
when
that.
Hamza came out, he has a natural, inborn soul about the way his body moves. He's absolutely coordinated. It just runs through his entire body. He is an example of music to me.
He is. Well, I think that's it. That's our 4 finalists. I can't believe it. We're around the corner. Thank you so much to head judge Shirley Ballas.
We'll have a beverage or two, darling. We'll be all right. Now, listen, we are sad, actually, because it might be the end of Strictly's 20th series on Saturday.
Don't.
Calm yourselves, please. That weren't rehearsed. But listen, don't get yourself into tears, guys, because we are going to leave you with a lovely little parting gift, aren't we?
We are, yes. The Christmas special is back. And if you're thinking giant toys, amazing dances and flying sleighs, and we're not talking about Rylan's bedroom, then we might just be on the same wavelength.
It was the night before the Christmas special.